Alright, what's up, y'all? We are here, we are live, and we are set to go. It is time. It is Chiefs, it is Broncos. I mean, doesn't get too much bigger than this. But yeah, we're all set for kickoff here in just a moment. Bear with me a bit, and I'll be seeing you here very, very shortly. Alright, what is up, y'all? We are here, we are live. We're actually in, we're already going. It's already 3rd and 7. Broncos got the ball first. Wow. Bo takes a snap and gets it over to Pat Bryant, who gets the first down. All right, so we're rolling a little bit. That's good news. That is absolutely good news right there. Man, I mean, this is about the least you could hope for with this. And I like that the Broncos actually have the ball first, given the fact that to the offense to actually get it going. Bear with me as speaking of getting things going, I'm just getting a couple of things sorted out. I got to work on my organization with this sort of stuff. That's something I certainly got to get better at, but a lot of other things that I want to work on moving forward. I know I've said that before. It's been tricky for me, but just Doing what I can right now, as it's now 2nd and 11. It looks like that was Harvey on a 1-yard loss, I think. All right. Wow, looks like the Jags got busy a bit today, and against the Chargers, no less. That's saying a lot. Excuse me. Wow. Play fake on the delay, and he goes deep to Franklin. He just can never catch the damn ball deep. Man, this dude can never catch the ball deep. I mean, that was a great effort, but man, like, he's not looking the ball into his damn hands. Like, oh, man. Oh, shit. Nick's with a dart, and that's actually Cortland Sutton. Hopefully he's going to him a bit more. I mean, my goodness, that just... It's kind of wild how much that hasn't been the case recently, but definitely good to see here. Huge pickup that looks to be at least 20 yards or so. Oh. Wow. 1st and 10 on the Kansas City 34. Oh, wow. Nick's having to roll out. He actually hits Ingram, who picks up about 8 or 9 yards. And that's definitely great to see right there. I mean, if he's able to make sure we're actively going to a variety of guys today, I feel like the offense is going to flow so much better than what it has throughout the season. And then, of course, a lot of it's going to be on R.J. Harvey in place for J.K. Dobbins, who is now out for the season. But, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how the Broncos are able to get this going. They're certainly working the clock and the offense very well so far. As, oh my goodness, I'm caught into something here. Hand off that looks like Harvey picking up the 2 needed. Oh no, that's Jaleel McLaughlin, excuse me. Picks up at least 3 or 4 on a 2nd and 2. But yeah, Jaleel, make no mistake about it, is going to be very important for us as well. Can't say enough about what a big game from him would mean for us. Plus, he actually has previous success against the Chiefs, so just you can't go wrong with that as a thing right here, right now. 1st and 10 on the Kansas City 23. Bo under center and actually hands it again to Jaleel, and he picks up a pretty good chunk. Looks to be about 6 or 7 yards, and he's definitely into it. Fired up as he's actually getting probably his greatest opportunity that he's seen thus far this season, and understandably so. I mean, just given the fact that we've actually had the luxury of a back the caliber of a J.K. Dobbins has really gone a long way for us, and, you know, enough can't be said about that. And we got 2nd and 4 on the 18. Bowen shotgun. Gets the snap and goes right over to Bryant, who's able to pick up the first and maybe a little bit more. As the clock is still running, it is 9:25 and counting into the 1st quarter. As, again, the offense is running really, really well right now. I mean, I just don't know that enough could be said about that. Wow, 5 for 6. I think that's at 52 yards. That's pretty good. Toss right out to Harvey, who actually tosses it right back to Bo, which is actually dangerous because there's a DB there. I think that was Connor. And, man, I mean, that was real interesting seeing them bust that out like that. But, yeah, definitely a little bit dangerous a play there. Certainly a dangerous throw by RJ into some coverage. It was something of what I'm thinking has to be a Philly special type play, but not quite working out right here. All right, Bo goes right to Ingram on a dump off, and he's able to pick up another 8 yards. So I'm liking what we're seeing here, getting Ingram going, getting everybody possible going in as efficient a way as you can possibly go. And again, just the fact that they're not relying so heavily on just Troy Franklin. Bo's not so like heavy into throwing to him so much. I mean, it's working out pretty well. 3rd and 3, and he is sacked. Wow. Chris Jones. So Broncos will actually be bringing out the field goal unit, but all in all, pretty good drive. Just would have liked to have seen that end in 6 rather than 3, but it is what it is. Take what you can get. Not going to be terribly mad at that, but that sure as shit could have been a lot better. But nonetheless, Lutz is out, and this is going to be about a 30-yarder, I believe. 29, actually. And, of course, it's up and good. No problem. So, definitely good to see the offense actually move the ball down the field. Actually took up close to half of the quarter. I mean, that is huge when it comes to ideally looking to keep Mahomes off the field as much as humanly possible. That is going to be very, very important today because, man, I mean, not enough can be said about that. But nonetheless, 3-0 is the early lead for the Broncos. And I got to say, I like what I'm seeing from Jaleel so far. That absolutely is going to be important today because, you know, there's just no way that the Broncos are going to be even remotely successful, especially offensively, when it comes to actually being able to keep the Chiefs at bay, especially enough to be able to come out with the win. But, you know, we'll see how this goes. I'm very confident in the defense. I know that we're without Singleton. Best wishes and certainly prayers go out to him on that because, you know, that's, I think, not even so much just speaking for all men in general, but just given that it's cancer specifically, you know, I just don't know that you would want to wish that on anybody else under any circumstances. I certainly don't. So, best wishes, and here's to a speedy recovery for Alex Singleton. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like Surtain's going to be available today, but I'm still confident in the rest of the secondary, as Jahdae Barron has actually performed very strong, and I feel like this is going to be a breakout game for him, or at least it's an opportunity for such. Riley has been playing with a huge chip on his shoulder, being that he's at least still up there in the league for cornerback penalties. And, you know, what more can you say about the pass rush? They've been nothing short of fantastic. And, again, even with Singleton down, I think that the rest of these boys, JFM most especially, because I don't know how much can be, how there's even enough that can be said about what his performance has meant for the Broncos defense, as the Broncos do kick off to the Chiefs, and they actually do get the return out to about the 22-23 yard line. And of course, here comes Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense. 13-1 in his career all time against the Broncos, which we're looking to add another loss to that. Of course, the only reason that's a one here going into today was the last game of the season just so happened to have been that home game against the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's where Andy Reid rested all of his starters. So, kind of is what it is there. Mahomes actually gets the ball off. I'm not sure who that is. That looks like Rashee Rice, who's able to pick up a quick first down on a bit of a flat route. As they're showing what Denver's done historically against Mahomes, especially with the pass rush, and certainly as effective as any defense. But, of course, when it comes to that, depending on the blitzes that Vance is sending, you are taking a risk because Mahomes is able to pick apart defenses if they blitz a little too heavy. 1st and 10 on the Kansas City 41 or 39. He's going deep. He overshoots Xavier Worthy, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 as the Chiefs are coming out. I mean, I'm not going to say they're faltering. He actually did have Barron beat there, so interesting that that's the case, given that I actually just talked him up pretty strongly. I mean, that's something that I'm not really going to be too concerned about. I don't think that's going to happen a whole lot, but they do have the weapons to go deep like that, so safety help from either Hufanga or even Brandon Jones is definitely going to be paramount in a lot of cases. As Mahomes is going deep again, he actually goes to Noah Gray, and Noah Gray is unable to hold on, as it'll be 3rd and 10 on the Kansas City 39. Interesting. I mean, yep, Pat Surtain out. I see him out in the civilian gear and such, but either way, third and 10, Kansas City still on their 39. Crowd is amping the noise levels up. Mahomes with the snap out of the shotgun, and he's going deep again. He's looking at Thornton, but it's too far. That is over the head. Abrams' drain is there, of course. I'm not sure that he necessarily would have hit Thornton because that was just really damn good coverage by Abrams' drain. As now the Kansas City unit, or punting unit, is about to take the field on 4th and 10. Definitely a good defensive stand by the Broncos. Certainly something that we're going to want to see throughout. Oh, man. Yeah, this is definitely going to be something that, not going to lie, oh, wow. We got a return going, but it's going to come back. That's Mims. He's actually looking like he could go yard, but he's actually stopped at the 20. They are probably bringing that back, though, as the flag did come out, however. Wow, having Mims back is definitely huge, and that's a significant reason as to why. As long as that stands, hopefully that's the case. It's looking like it might be, as the Broncos are still celebrating on the sidelines, Mims and McLaughlin included. It might actually be coming back, though. It's hard to say, but they're still dapping each other up as they should, because that was a hell of a play. I mean, just incredible effort. Love seeing that from Marvin Mims, and we got him back. I think Peyton is indicating that it is on Kansas City, so it's going to stand. Yep, illegal block in the back on Kansas City. Wow. So the return will not only stand, but I believe that's going to move the ball up a bit. So, huge return by Mims, or it might have been declined. Either way, huge return by Mims, 68 yards. I mean, you need every last bit of that in a game like today. I mean, we got to get, oh, what a block by J.L. Skinner. I mean, wow. Wow, yeah. Definitely shoved him. I mean, can't really be doing that, but either way, first and 10, Denver on the Kansas City 11. I mean, they really got to get in the end zone here as a handoff is to Harvey. He's cutting to the left and actually picks up about 4 yards. Wow. Hell of a punt return by by Marvin Mims. I mean, again, I don't think you can say enough about what that sort of stuff means for the Broncos, especially the Broncos offense, given that you know, again, I'll probably be repetitive about this because that's just how great the anxiety is, for me right now. I mean, beating Kansas City, I don't know if I even need to reiterate it as a give is to Harvey. He is able to pick up a couple of yards as there are at least a couple of Chiefs there. But yeah, I mean, any and everything that we get in this game is just pivotal because, you know, you just can't let Kansas City have too much of anything today. And it's got to start with the offense, given how lackluster it has been in a lot of situations throughout the season. And this is a significant test because Kansas City has one of those kinds of defenses that will cause you problems no matter who you are. And oh, wow, ball was batted. And we're going to be looking at another field goal try as Chanel is there. Wow. Actually, Kaloftis was there, but yeah, it was Chanel that gets his hands on it. It seemed he was looking likely at Cortland Sutton. He was the only other Bronco I saw. I'm not sure if anybody else was quite approaching that area, but I'm thinking that was intended for Sutton. Will Lutz for another pretty much chip shot try. This one's going to be 5 yards closer, 24 yards to be more specific, as it is up and in for a 6-0 Denver lead with 4:33 left in the quarter. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to step away just very briefly, but I will be back after the commercial break, y'all. Stay tuned. All right, now we're back. Broncos up 6-0, 4:30 or 4:53 left in the first. It actually could very easily be 14-0 right now, but Broncos kick off, and I'm not sure who I'm seeing. That sunlight reflecting off people is hard to notice people. I'm not even familiar with who that is either. I mean, I haven't really been watching a whole lot of the Chiefs, but yeah, the guy that they're showing right now, right there, number 15, that's all you need to know about these motherfuckers. Wow, 4-1 at home, but 1-3 on the road. Never lost 4 road games in a single season. Well, that's why we gotta be open to new experiences with this shit. So be ready for that today there, buddy. Up. He rolls out. Actually does hit Xavier Worthy, who's able to pick up a quick first down. And, of course, things like that I don't mind so much. Obviously, you're willing to let them dink and dunk, even though that's probably the lethal aspect of their game. But in that same vein, they're only going to be able to do so much. That, again, as long as there's adequate safety help from the likes of Hufanga and or Brandon Jones, I'm pretty confident that there isn't going to be a whole lot with the deep ball as they go to Kareem Hunt. And, of course, much like the Broncos, the Chiefs are without their number 1 running back in Isaiah Pacheco, which we'll see if that winds up affecting them much. Probably not that much, as Hunt was able to pick up about a good 8 or 9 yards on that carry. Seven straight AFC West titles. That I feel like is changing now. Oh, wow. That was really interesting, as that seemed like they had former WWE producer and Kevin Dunn on the cameras there, because there are a lot of things that seem to be going on when in reality Kareem Hunt picked up about 4 yards on a 2nd and 2, which is really interesting to see. Kansas City is doing a pretty decent job of picking up first downs, as they are in Denver territory, 1st and 10 on the Denver 47. Mahomes in shotgun, I believe that's Hunt in the backfield with him. And of course we got people coming. There are flags down, so whatever happens here is coming back. Mahomes does scramble for about 5 or 6 yards, as Mahomes and McMillan seem to have words with one another a bit. And Malcolm Roach seems to have lost his helmet. Illegal use of the hands on the Chiefs. So yeah, this is definitely coming back. That'll make it at least 1st and 20. Oh yeah, had all kinds of this man's face mask. Otherwise, he's beat. I mean, he's literally right there to get Mahomes. It's just incredible how blatant that was, as it'll be 1st and 20. Now they're back in their own territory on their 43-yard line. Mahomes back in shotgun again. Hunt to his left. And of course he dumps out to Rashee Rice, but only picks up about 3 or 4 yards on that. It'll be 2nd and 16. I mean, even with Surtain out, we're doing a pretty good job of showing that we can keep them limited. Wow, Rams are up 14-3 on the Seahawks. That's pretty interesting to see. I mean, no matter what happens in this game, everything between those two is going to be interesting for the duration of the season. As it's 2nd and 16, Mahomes gets the snap, and he's going deep again. Looks for Worthy. Riley Moss is there, but nothing doing. And there's a late flag. Really? For what, though? I mean, he grabs... if he doesn't grab, okay, I guess I understand that, but that's so ticky-tack. Oh, goodness. Yep. There go the refs helping the Chiefs out yet again. We'll see if it matters here. It'll be first and, I want to say 10, yeah, on the Denver 14, or make that the Denver 13, rather. Sheesh. 2:05 left in the first quarter, by the way. Mahomes gets the snap. He actually dumps it off. It's almost picked by Hufanga, who actually could have caught it off of Rashee Rice's hands. I mean, wow. All that shit could have just gotten erased. And why was Stranad the one that was covering him? See, that's the kind of thing we really can't have as a thing. I mean, fortunately, Hufanga was there, and he would have made a play to, at the very least, limit that. But, wow. Could have had a pick on that one. And Mahomes dumps it off. And there's another flag on the play, 24. And it's a hold on Kansas City. And that's on Juju. Who is this? I need to pay attention to the people's rosters. Yeah, he's holding the hell out of Jaquan. Nah, Romo, he's holding them. Come on, you know it. You see it. Don't play. Don't play. Anyway, 2nd and 18. And it is on the Denver 21. Mahomes again in shotgun. Wow, pressure's coming from Mahomes. He does get away. He acted like he was going to throw, even though he passed the line of scrimmage. That would have been funny to see. Would have lost yards, and it would have been 3rd down, but it's now 3rd and 15. Yeah, I don't know where there's not a hold there. He's grabbing face mask there, too. What the fuck? Anyway, 3rd and 15. Minute 9 and counting left in the first quarter. They're on the Denver 18. Wow, dump off screen, that's to Rice, but he's only able to get about maybe 6 or 7. There is another flag down. This might be coming back again. Or maybe they decline it, let him get the 3. Which would probably be better just to get these dudes off the field. It's looking like it's on Kansas City. Romo just said illegal formation. Yeah, it's going to be on Kansas City. So this is going to be... Hopefully Sean Payton declines this because it will be 4th down. And that would bring out the field goal unit for the Chiefs. I don't know. There seems to be an awful lot of conversation going on, though, but... Yep, holding, and it's declined, so we got 4th down, as the field goal unit will be coming out for Kansas City. I mean, wow, Juju again. And this time he's got Riley this. Oh, no, that was Abrams-Draine. I saw the 1, so I thought it was Riley at first, but it was actually Chris Abrams-Draine. As Harrison Butker is out, he'll be looking to try about a 32, 33-yarder. Actually, a little bit further back than that, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 4th and 10. Okay, so 31, actually. All right. Alright, so Butker with the kick up and through. It is now 6-3 Denver. And as long as nothing crazy happens, the Broncos defense will have only allowed first quarter touchdowns to opposing offenses in only 2 games this season. The first one was back of, oh gosh, I want to say it was week 5 or so against the New York Giants, where they came through with that epic 32 or 33-point comeback. And of course, more recently on Thursday Night Football against the Raiders. So, a lot of really, really significantly good things, at least as far as if you're a Broncos fan, holding to form so far. And that's definitely a really good sign as far as, what the rest of this game could end up looking like. Now, there's still an awful lot of football left to go, even though it is about to be the end of the first quarter here. And just being perfectly honest, there are a plethora of things that could still go wrong. Hopefully that won't be the case, but right now you got to look at this, think to yourself outside of a really just... Well, I guess I can't question it because the grab was there, but again, it was just really, really ticky-tack. Outside of that, everything's just going as well as you could hope for with the Broncos defense in terms of not only containing and hopefully ultimately stopping Mahomes, but just making sure that we keep distance on them so that hopefully somewhere along the way the Broncos offense will actually make things happen the way that they're capable of. But yeah, it's certainly an anyone's game kind of situation the rest of the way, unless the Broncos really get to taking some real definitive control, and I'd like to think I'm decently confident in that being the case, but I feel like I've actually felt that way before, and it hasn't necessarily worked out. But nonetheless, we got Kansas City ready to kick off here to the Broncos. I'm going to actually take an opportunity here. I want to just actually take a look real quick. Let's see if I can get into this ball score. And I think that was another Kansas City penalty, apparently. I don't know. I'm not really sure what just happened here. But nonetheless, as they show the ownership group, including Condoleezza Rice, I mean, yeah, I feel like the rest of them would be present, but just only so many representatives. Okay, Rashad Smith, that's who that was. Alright, I'll try to be a little bit better at recognizing those dudes as we go, but nonetheless, 1st and 10, Denver with the ball on their own 40. Handoff is actually going to be stuffed to Jaleel. It looks like a loss of about 1 or 2 yards. And I can't say that's terribly surprising. The Chiefs are going to play the Broncos as tough as possible here. Wow, I didn't realize that. They're right there with the Broncos in terms of fewest points allowed per game since 2024. Okay. All right, 2nd and 11. Wow, Bo dumping off to McLaughlin. I don't know what. Oh, wait. Okay, there was a whistle, so he was stopped in the backfield. That's going to be another 2 or 3 yard loss. As we have reached the end of the first quarter, so the Broncos take a 6-3 lead into the second quarter. And as I mentioned before, the Broncos holding all but 2 teams out. Wow. Yeah, there was definitely a whistle at that point, but it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, the Broncos successfully holding an opponent out of the end zone for the first quarter, with the exception of two occasions again against the Giants and the Raiders. Both were at home. So a lot of good trends still being followed here today. I am definitely glad to see that. With that, again, Denver taking a 6-3 lead into the second quarter, and I'll be back. My fault, y'all. I didn't realize I didn't unmute the mic. Anyways, gonna go on break real quick. Be right back, and I'll make sure to unmute the mic this time. My fault, y'all. Oh shit, they do have the NFL Today crew out here. Alright, that's what's up. 3rd and 1, opportunity for a huge stop. And we finally get there. Let's go! Hell yeah! DJ Jones, and I believe that's one of the rookies. That's interesting. I thought they were actually going to run it. Oh yeah, Q Robinson, that's who that is. Q Robinson was there, but it's going to be DJ Jones who gets the sack. Finally, the Broncos pass rush gets home and forces a 4-and-out. That is a huge momentum shifter right there. As Broncos call a timeout with 1:54. Each team now with 2 timeouts. Man, that was huge. And you got to figure it was only a matter of time before the pass rush actually got there. I mean, I guess, well, I should actually reiterate some things that I was saying, not realizing I had my mic muted, like the genius that I am. But something I said before the commercial break there, before the 2-minute warning, was that, you know, it would really help for the Broncos to get home. I mean, the pass rush has actually done a really good job. There's been an awful lot of pressure, actually. There really hasn't been anything until just now in terms of getting to Mahomes. And DJ Jones finally actually manages to do that. First sack of the game for the Broncos. And it's huge, you know. I like that Q Robinson was getting in on that. I think that we really need to get him going, especially with the likes of an Alex Singleton out. And I didn't even realize this. Jonah Ellis hasn't been playing recently either. I'm not really sure what's been going on with that, but certainly great to see that we've got Q Robinson in the game. Hopefully we see more of him, because I feel as if he can actually make some really good things happen here. And, you know, anything that we're able to get against these guys is always going to be just incredibly important. I mean, I don't know that that could be stated strongly enough, but all the same, definitely things looking a little bit better now as again Denver forces a 3-and-out. It's actually, I'm pretty sure, the first one of the game, as Kansas City has actually been pretty good at accumulating first downs in this game, and surprisingly so. I mean, given that we've actually held them to nothing but a couple of field goals, they've moved the ball at a fairly alarming rate. But if we can keep pressure going like that and continue to get to Mahomes, I don't feel like that's going to be as much of a problem. But the flip side to it, however, is that Kansas City, again, doing all the correct things in all of this as far as, actually keeping the Broncos pass rush at bay. And the one way that you're going to wind up doing that is by running the ball effectively the way that they have been. And again, they've just been doing a really, really damn good job of that thus far. 1st and 10, Denver with the ball on their own 27. Okay, and he'll take off finally. A Bo Nix run. I think I was calling for that. That, just to be clear, was something else I was saying while I didn't realize my mic was muted. I think for all the stuff that we see from either Jaleel or RJ, we need more runs from Bo. That's a perfect example right there. 2nd and 2. And Bo actually steps up in the pocket. I'm not sure who that is. Roland Wallace. Never heard of that guy before, but he's there on the pass breakup, as it'll be 3rd and 2 now. And yeah, that actually, knowing Pat Bryant and the highlights we got of him going into the draft, that very easily could have been 6 for Denver. Nonetheless, 3rd and 2, Denver on their own 35. And another design QB run by Bo. It looks like it's close. He's going to be very, very close. It looks like they're marking him just short. I'm imagining the offense is going to stay out there to go for it with a minute and counting left in the half. As, yeah, I easily see a scenario where we're going to get a sneak here. And it looks like we got a timeout. Okay, so we got a timeout with 37 seconds. Maybe the Broncos are punting here. Which I guess, oh no, Bo is still out there. I was going to say, if they're punting, that's definitely not a bad thing, I guess, with 37 seconds left. But would have liked to have seen more. But again, glad that we're getting more QB runs. I don't know that I could say it enough. That has to be more of a thing here. Okay, so they are actually punting here. And it's a damn good one. Wow. I'm not sure who it is, but they get it on about their 15. And for a second there, it looked like they muffed it, but I guess not. Either way, Minute and 10 left, or excuse me, 1st and 10 with 20 seconds left in the half. We'll see what they do. They'll probably just clock it at this point. I mean, no real need to do a whole lot anything else, but yeah. But yeah, all in all, a really good outing for the Broncos in the first half defensively. Just again, of course, you would have liked to have seen a little bit more in that regard, but I'm not going to complain too much. It just is what it is. Well, they're actually going to try some things. Mahomes does find Hollywood Brown, and I guess they're going to look to try to get a go-ahead field goal here. And they call a quick timeout, as they're going to be near midfield. Alright. Wow. They just said Butker's career long is 61 yards. We'll see if they get there. 1st and 10 on the Kansas City 37. Oh, we got a false start coming. So that's going to move it back some. So it'll be 1st and 15. Kansas City will actually be back on, I believe, about their 32-yard line. Wow, yeah, that dude jumped way early. He saw Stranad coming and was like, up. Anyway, 1st and 15 on the Kansas City 32. Ball is snapped. Mahomes in a shotgun. We got pressure coming. That's Zach Allen that's there. Benito's getting there. Actually gets a hit on him. He gets the ball to Rice, but Rice unable to hold on. Wow. Wow. A lot of crazy things happening there, as it is an incomplete pass. Brandon Jones is there. I don't know why he didn't play the ball, but fortunately, Rice actually drops it, as Zach Allen gets Benito gets a good shot in on Mahomes. I know that can't necessarily be good for Mahomes, as he was shown being a bit hobbly earlier. Wow. Kareem Hunt with a good chip on Jonathan Cooper, as we got 2nd and 15, Kansas City on their 32. And we got to stop again. Timeout Denver, I think. Okay, yep. So they called their last timeout, did Denver? Or was that... Yeah, that was their last timeout. So it seems Vance didn't like what was going on with the personnel or something, so he wanted to make some kind of a change, and he'll actually be able to get that in. So we'll still have 2nd and 15 from the Kansas City 32. Yeah, 5 and 5. They wouldn't quite be out of it, but they'd be in some real trouble should they lose here today, and hopefully we're able to make that the case. But nonetheless, 2nd and 15, 12 seconds left in the half. They're going to have to really cover some ground to get into field goal range. Mahomes zips it over to Kelsey, but Barron is there. That was pretty damn good coverage, and Barron actually patched Travis on the shoulder there, like right on in. Wow. Yeah, Kelsey just couldn't get his hands on it. Chiefs receivers not holding to the ball very well today, which is really interesting to see. That can prove very critical, as it is now 3rd and 15. Huge 3rd and 15 with 7 seconds to go. as the Broncos look to keep Kansas City out of field goal range. I'm imagining they're going to try to Hail Mary of sorts or hook and lateral, and of course they dump it off to Hollywood Brown, and he stopped immediately, and it is pretty much halftime now. No, I guess Kansas City is going to use their last timeout as Riley Moss is there for the stop, and they're going to get an additional second, so it'll be 2 seconds left. So I guess we're really going to get a Hail Mary effort from the Chiefs here. All right, just as I say that, I'll let you guys know I'm definitely going to take the halftime break. I'll try to come back a little bit earlier to be ready, but I'm going to go ahead, get a little bit of food ready to go so that I'll be good to go. It's kind of interesting to know how I'll be wanting to eat, knowing the nervous energy going on, but yeah, I'll just be stepping away here for a bit during halftime. But nonetheless, 4th and 11, and the Chiefs are going to try something here. And of course, Broncos got prevent going. Only see 3 actual up. Nope, they're bringing 4. And we got a stoppage yet again. Here's another flag. And I guess they drew him off sides. Okay. So that gives them a better shot of making something happen. I don't know what they're going to try to do. I mean, it's literally Hail Mary season right now because it's 2 seconds left in the half. And they're still in their own territory. So, really interesting to see what they try to cook up here. But Broncos defenders are ready as, again, prevent defense is set. It is now 4th and 6 on the Kansas City 40. And Jahdae Barron is there. I want to say there was someone else, but either way, Mahomes goes down again to close out the half. You can't go wrong with that as a momentum shifter, even with Kansas City getting the ball. Things you'll love to see. I mean, I'm not really sure what it was they were going to try to cook up other than maybe a potential hook and lateral type of thing. I mean, that's about the only shot they had. But nonetheless, excellent half. Yeah, I can't really say enough about this right now. Love what we're getting from the Broncos right now defensively. Hopefully the offense can actually build on the things that they've been pretty successful with thus far. But still another half left of football. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I'm going to step away for some of this halftime. I'll try to be back a little bit early, but either way, I'll see y'all in the second half. I've got to get to it. Yep. See y'all in the second half. Yeah, work in progress with that. Alright, I guess we were a lot closer to the second half, and I realized I did not mean to be taking this long, but I'm actually throwing some nachos up into the oven. Please bear with me, I'm definitely going to be right back here. Okay, what the fuck could this have been? Oh, wow. So we go from a pick six for Jahdae Barron, I believe his first of the season, or what would have been, to kind of getting hoed on a really iffy Riley Moss penalty. Golly. Still getting nachos in the oven. I'll still be right there. Yeah, that was iffy as hell. But I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and of course, oh, man. Not liking a lot of how this is going. Wow, I didn't... Wow, 11 rushes and 28 passes by Kansas City. And the ratio for Denver is not quite as good, unfortunately, but nonetheless. Ah, they get another first down, and they're almost in the fucking red zone. Shit. Well, pardon me as I am probably going to be in and out, especially given the way things seem to be working out at this juncture. But nonetheless, another pass to Kelsey. He's just finding Kelsey an awful lot on this drive here. And they're in a really good position to actually take the lead here. It's not what we wanted to see with any of this right here. Sorry, I'm just trying to... Anyway. 1st and 10, Kansas City on the Denver 12, and it looks like they're bringing... Oh, nope, but we got a flag down as it is dumped off to Hunt. He would pick up the first down, but it's probably going to be coming back. Okay, illegal formation on the Chiefs, so yep. Play's definitely coming back. That I'm definitely good to see. I mean, hopefully this helps Denver actually bend and not break on this one, keeping them to another 3. But again, the problem with that is, you know, they're actually going to wind up taking the lead at this point. And, yeah, if Denver's not careful, this is going to be a situation where we're going to be seeing another possible 4th quarter comeback, but I'm not so trusting with this kind of situation here. He goes. I'm not sure who that is, but it was a quick dump off to one of the Kansas City tight ends that only gets minimal gain. 1 yard to be exact. Oh, Robert Tonyan, wow. I think that's who that is. I haven't seen that guy much in a long time. I didn't even think he was still on that team. Wow. We got a Tonyan sighting. That's interesting. Wow. 4 for 5, 40 yards on this drive from Patrick Mahomes. Oh, wow. We got a rush coming in. Wow. Good job by everybody on that play. That was Sternad actually going after Hunt, who's looking a little bit gimpy on that one. And, of course, there was some heat coming in. That looked like Hufanga on a safety or a DB blitz. It was one of the DBs that got there. And he was coming in pretty hot. As it's now 3rd and 14, Denver in a really good situation to keep them to another field goal. Ball on the 21. The snap is off. And people are trying to get there. JFM is there. Oh, it's picked! It's picked! Let's go! We got a turnover! It's Jaquan McMillan. There's a flag again. Hopefully that's not against us, as McMillan's getting a really good return here. Yep, it's standing. The ref has already signaled first down Denver. And Mahomes looked like he might have hurt himself a bit, trying to save the touchdown. McMillan definitely showing the effects like he took a shot, but wow, hell of a play by McMillan. Let's go. Big interception, keeping them off the board for another field goal. You'll love to see it. And the return was huge. Got him in really good field position. We're still trying to find out what the fuck the flag is about, though. Yeah, I've been saying before, the secondary, the rest of the DB room, stepping up like just no other. I mean, things you just gotta love to see right now. I mean, the Chiefs were absolutely moving the ball, much like they were in the second quarter. And, of course, it looked like they were about to score. And here comes Jaquan, with a timely interception. And not only the timely pick, but returns it for what looks to be at least a good 60, 65 yards. I mean, God, that's huge. Okay. Okay, so both were against Denver, but it's after the interception. And of course, it's all declined. It doesn't matter. First down, Denver. Let's go. Let's go. Been waiting for that shit. And there were a couple of close calls on that. It was only a matter of time before that happened. Just like it was a matter of time before we got our first sack, and ultimately that happened. Thank you, DJ Jones. But yeah, forced the interception. God, that's huge. Be back in a bit. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my mic live for a moment, but I'm about to actually go check on these nachos real quick. I'm keeping this Be Right Back screen up just because of that right now, but yeah. Oh, wow. We had a collision between one of the refs and Sean Payton, apparently. Yeah, flag on the refs for running into the fucking coach. Or was that the unsportsmanlike conduct? They should have flagged themselves for it, but anyway, 1st and 10 on their own 10. Wow. So that nullified the return. But it's still Denver ball. Bo rolls out, hits Franklin, who almost picks up the first down. Here, I'll go ahead and come back on camera here real quick for a bit. Or at least just a few moments. Oh, wow, I guess McMillan fumbled. But the ball got out of bounds. Of course, none of that matters because that was all nullified by the penalty. We got I form with RJ in the backfield. And the give is to RJ up the middle, picks up the first and a bit more. Definitely like to see this to start the drive off. And this is going to be the point where I actually do step away for a moment because, again, I am watching out for my nachos. But actually, I'll give it a little bit more. We'll catch this next play, see what they do here. I was hoping this would be real quick, seeing as how field position looked to be great, but since both of those penalties were against Denver, unfortunately that won't be the case. But either way, Bo making adjustments on the line here. I'm not sure what they got McDuffie doing, but he doesn't seem to be covering anyone. Bo's forced to roll out, and he gets rid of it, has to throw it away. Not liking that as a part of the drive. Going to be right back. All right, liking the fact that we're still moving the ball from the looks of it. Although it is 2nd and 9, but we are in Kansas City territory right now. Still, please bear with me a moment as I am kind of coming together with things, but I am going to be right back here in just a moment, at least entirely right back. I will step away after this next play. 2nd and 9, Denver on the Kansas City 26. Dumps it off to RJ. He actually is a little short of the first down. Be right back. Whew, all right, here we are, we're back. Now ball on the Kansas City 8. Love to see that. 1st and goal. Handoff. I think that's McMillan, or McLaughlin rather, excuse me. Yeah, it's definitely Jaleel. Mercedes Lewis in on the blocking for that play. Wow. Yeah, a lot of great seals going on that play. Fantastic work by everybody up front, including Mercedes Lewis. That's actually been a very, very like enjoyable pickup. I mean, doesn't do much other than run block, but hey, not gonna be too mad at that. Not gonna like. Oh shit, we got some action. I think we got our first tutty. Yep, Jaleel McLaughlin, the first touchdown of the game, and it might be his first of the season if I'm not mistaken. Hell yeah. But we got a flag apparently. Let's see what happens. Yep, that's standing, so offsides on Kansas City. And of course that's going to be declined. Touchdown Broncos, Jaleel McLaughlin with, again, what I have to believe is his first touchdown of the season. I mean, what a hell of a time for it to come. Yeah, there was a lot of bully ball going on there. This is kind of what we were hoping to see with Jaleel coming in and trying to do what he can to fill the void of J.K. Dobbins. I mean, he's not quite as big and strong, but he definitely has adequate speed, and he's definitely played similar to the style of play that J.K. Dobbins brings to the table. So, great play. All started by a Jaquan McMillan interception that had a good return, nullified only because of penalties on the Broncos, but none of those seem to matter as the Broncos actually have easily their best drive of the game and take the lead as it is now 13-6. I mean, wow. I mean, definitely can't go wrong with that right there. I don't know if you can say it enough. It was a situation where the Chiefs were starting the half off very well, moving the ball effective as can be. Actually, we're on the verge of scoring, but then comes the timely interception by Jaquan McMillan. And, of course, he very nearly takes it to the house, but unfortunately, that wound up being called back on a couple of penalties, which, or on a penalty, which, of course, there were a couple on the play, but only one ended up being called. And I'm guessing it was what happened with Sean Payton and the official running into each other. So, excuse me, nonetheless, gotta love what we're getting here right now with this really good situation. We need to just keep the pressure going on them and make sure that they don't have any sense of comfort whatsoever. I mean, if there's going to be a fourth quarter comeback, God forbid that, then it needs to be on their end, not ours, because I don't know if we're going to end up winning that game, but hopefully we're not going to find out because the Broncos have retaken the lead here. And pardon me for eating in front of y'all. I got my nachos going now, as I said. So, yeah, this is going to be one of the few times I don't do this here. I'll do this. I'll keep the mic live, but I'm going to go to the Be Right Back screen here. Let me do that. All right, but yeah, I mean, really awesome stuff from the offense to finally see the offense moving in the ways that they're absolutely capable of. I mean, little annoying that we had to wait for the second half to come along for that to be the case, but better late than never. I mean, as long as we keep the pressure on them and just make it known, they're not going to see a whole lot, if any, real success today. And we just got to keep it on them like that. Wow. Yep, Alex Singleton on the sidelines, and of course, real happy with what he's seeing from his team today, as well he should be. Yeah, definitely best wishes to him because, yeah,
Cancer of any kind, testicular or otherwise, you don't want to wish that on anybody. And above all else, fuck cancer. As Mahomes throws an incomplete pass that goes towards the direction of Xavier Worthy. McMillan was on the coverage, of course. Yep, he's out there being an extra defensive coordinator. I like that. Second and 10, ball on the Kansas City 25. 3:54 left in the third. And quick screen over to Kelsey, but it only picks up about 4 yards. I gotta say, Justin Strenat has gotta be low-key one of the top candidates for most improved player of the year. I mean, this has got to be far and away his best season of his career. As we got 3rd and 7, Kansas City on their 28. Mahomes gets a snap in shotgun. There's pressure that gets there, but he gets it off. And wow! Tyquan Thornton with the catch. Huge catch as he actually gets into the red zone. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Jaquan just misplayed that. I mean, hell of a catch by Thornton, and he's a big receiver, so you would expect him to make that kind of play. I mean, it's just hats off to him. That was just a great play. I mean, one, by Mahomes getting it off with all that pressure, and he did take a hit, but two, Thornton for making that catch with the coverage, even though Jaquan messed up a bit there, but just a fantastic play by Kansas City right there. See, now if that's their 10, that's incomplete at best. And I mean at best. But yeah, that's the reason they picked that dude up. He's a hell of a deep threat. And Lanky is held a boot. 2nd and 4 on the Denver 5. And they get a quick pitch off to Rice. He's short of the first down. Hufanga there for the stop along with Malcolm Roach. And Riley Moss is in the area as well. Wow, yeah. A little pop pass to Rashee Rice that nearly gets the first down. Is going to be 3rd and short. We'll see what Kansas City does here. I got to imagine it's something of a 4-down territory here, to where if the Chiefs don't get it here, they're going to go for it on 4th. Nonetheless, the Chiefs are lined up. Mahomes is actually under center with Kareem Hunt in the backfield. And I think that's Noah Gray motioning. And Hunt getting the first from the looks of it, but I don't think he's in the end zone. No, they're saying it's a touchdown. Yeah, they're saying he got in. Chiefs respond. And fairly quickly at that, which you kind of got to expect from these dudes. They're definitely good like that. Well, can't say this is terribly surprising. I mean, these dudes weren't going to go away very easily, as they're an extra point away from tying the game with 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, but I think this is just typical Kansas City for you. I mean, you can't do anything but take your hat off. You got a huge play where Tyquan Thornton comes through for him deep, and if not for that, they don't get this touchdown. Alright, so ball game tied at 3. I'll go ahead and mute the mic now as I'm still eating here, and be back after the commercial break.
Just realized I did it again. My fault again, y'all. But be back after the quarter break. Okay, this time I made sure to unmute the fucking mic because we're back. 3rd and 1, Denver. Okay, the quarter already started, but we got a heavy formation. Hand off to Harvey, and he picks up first down and a bit more on a strong run up the middle. I think that's a great sign right there. If we got RJ running it up the middle, and he's able to pick up the first down like that, I think we got a damn good situation going for us here, Broncos country. I think we got a damn good situation here. So, really good pickup of a first down here by RJ. And that's just, you gotta love to see that. As it's 1st and 10, and we're already on the Kansas City 19. Toss play, I think that's Harvey again, but they actually catch up to him. I believe that's Karlaftis, which he just makes a really good play on that one. Can't really fault anything about that. Just a really good job by George Karlaftis there, forcing about a 1 or 2 yard loss there. Wow, plays for negative yards. Kansas City 4, Denver 6. That's alarming. And somehow they're likely going to end up taking the lead here. Of course, barring a bad turnover, God forbid that. 2nd 11, Bo gets a snap. It's a screen that looks like Tyler Bidet, but he doesn't really get a whole lot of anything, if anything. Yeah, no gain, 3rd and 11. Yeah, and they were ready for that. I mean, they're just Kansas City defense is still as good as any in the league right now. I mean, I don't know that they're entirely on the level of the Broncos defense, but they're still pretty damn good, and that's where this becomes problematic. 3rd and 11 on the Kansas City 20. Empty backfield. Bo gets the snap, and I don't know how that's not interference. He had his arm. He had this man's arm. Oh, yeah, he sure is. If he just hits him with that, that's a touchdown. I mean, at the very least, 1st and goal, but wow. I mean, I kind of get why he went to Sutton, because that should have been pass interference. But nonetheless, let's out for a 38-yarder, which is good. Don't like that we're settling for field goals again, but is what it is. 16-13 now as the Broncos retake the lead. I mean, I'm not going to be terribly mad at that, but we need better. We absolutely need better at this point because, excuse me, this is going to get to being a really, really dangerous situation here. I mean, I don't know any other way to look at it. It's a little bit of a dangerous situation, and I'm not very fond of that idea. I mean, I can't put it any other way than that. Oh, man. Well, either way, thanks to the subscriber that hit me up with the like on YouTube. Appreciate you on that one. Man. Oh, my God. I mean, I'm trusting in the defense. Don't get me wrong. They've been doing a damn fine job to this point, but man, that's only going to go but so far. And I don't know. I mean, I'm trusting in them, but again, this is an incredibly dangerous situation right now. And there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But I'll be happy with the fact that the Broncos do have the lead at the moment. Let's just hope they're able to keep it. Or just don't give it up. But yeah, definitely a blown opportunity by Bo there. He should have hit Brian on, I don't know if that was a zig or a flat route, but either way, he was definitely open, and at the very least, that's a 1st and goal. Probably even a touchdown. And I think that's Thornton on the return there. He gets to about the 26 or 27. But, yeah. We'll see what they're able to do here. Wow. USC at 17, huh? I didn't think they were even doing that well still. But haven't really been following the USC or really that much of the Big Ten all that closely. I mean, catching a lot of the marquee matchups, but not really following them all that strongly as it's 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt with a strong 1st down pickup of about 11 or more here. As, yeah, that's what we don't want to see too much of. I mean, at some point, we're going to have to actually key in on him and make sure we're holding him to very minimal gains, if not certainly
plays for losses. 12 carries, 59 yards for their only touchdown, and of course, he goes for it again and is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. I see Malcolm Roach, and I'm pretty sure DJ Jones is there. I want to say that was also Jonathan Cooper as well. Either way, 2nd and 10 right now. Chiefs on their 39. Broncos showing blitz. And people are getting there. That should be a hold. Cooper was getting wrangled. They finally throw the flag. So this will definitely come back some. I don't know what the hell took so long for them to get the flag out, but Cooper was definitely held. Tillman was definitely in on that action as well. Okay, he's declining it. So it'll bring it to 3rd down, as it ended up being an incomplete pass anyway. See, you got both Tillman and Cooper there, both actually being held. Cooper getting the worst of it, but nonetheless, it's 3rd and 9. 11:25 left to go in the game. Mahomes in an empty... Oh, no, I guess Hunt's back there with him in the shotgun. And they are still on their own 39. And that was almost a delay. Woo! Benito's getting there. Benito's getting there. We got another flag, so that's also going to be a hold. That's going to come back as Mahomes does run for what would be 1st down yardage, but it's coming back. And you got several Broncos talking a lot of shit to Mahomes, which is always great. He's like, man, don't even get happy like that. You know that shit's coming back. He's like, yeah, I know. Wow. Even though Denver is up on the negative play 6-4, I gotta say Kansas City is easily up on penalties. Like, this is actually almost hard to believe in a way. I mean, they've had some calls go their way or some no calls go their way, but they're definitely getting a lot of holding, a lot of offensive penalties. 9 for 64 to be exact. Denver 6 for 75. But either way, 3rd and 19 as they are back on their own 28. Mahomes out of the shotgun. There's pressure coming, but he gets it off deep. Wow, they're going to get Riley again. They're going to get Riley again. Please pick this up. I mean, I don't know what more you can do. I need to see this again. Please tell me they're picking this up. Nope. I mean, they're hand fighting. They're holding each other, if anything. Golly. That. Seventh defensive pass interference call. Anyway, 1st and 10 on the Denver 25. God, what a fucking bailout. Wow, tried to dump it off to Kelsey, but it's closer to his feet, if anything. Oh, that's just fucking disgusting. I mean, come on with that shit. And that's actually good double teamwork right there. But they've been getting away with some shit today. Even though they're getting a lot of penalties on their end, they're getting away with a lot of bullshit. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I just don't understand how and why that's the case. 2nd and 10. Kansas City with the ball in the Denver 25. 10:48 to go.
And the snap is off. Screenplay that looks like Kelsey. He manages to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. DJ Jones is there on the stop. That is, it'll be 3rd and 6 with 10:35 and counting. All right, so can we get another huge stop here in the red zone? Hopefully even another turnover, but more than anything else, we really need this stop right here. So we got 10:15 and counting now. Mahomes in shotgun. Rashid Rice actually in the backfield with him, but he's actually motioning out. Well, he goes back a little bit closer to Mahomes now. Now he's motioning back out to the right. Wow, they get the ball. Oh, wow, what a play. And Kelsey takes it to the house. Kansas City takes the lead. Well, I guess we're going to get that fourth quarter comeback after all. Damn it. 84th career touchdown. Congratulations, Travis Kelce. Actually passes Priest Holmes, most in Chiefs history. See, that fucking bailout call, man. I mean, there's just no way around it. I don't know what the fuck is Hufanga doing, and somebody else should have been there to help with that. Either way, wow. Oh, and it's blocked! It's blocked! Oh, we got the ball, but it's down. They blocked the extra kick. How about that for some karma? Frank Crum. Frank Crum. Yeah, Hufanga should have had that wrapped up, and there should have been at least a couple of dudes hustling to that spot. But either way, Frank Crum with a block of the extra point. Huge shit. Keeps it a 3-point game. Chiefs up 19-16. But wow. That could end up being huge. That could end up being huge. Would have been even more considerable if they'd have been able to run it back. But of course, Hufanga lost his footing as he was able to recover the ball. But it is what it is. We limit him to a 3-point lead. Would have liked to have kept him out of the end zone, but I'm not going to be mad at seeing a blocked extra point at all. That, I think, you definitely can't go wrong with whatsoever. Holy hell. But yeah, getting a little bit uncomfortable at this point. Hopefully we actually get a real response from the Broncos offense here. Man. Man. Man, I mean, like I said, we were certainly in a really dangerous situation here, and this is where it's actually coming to rear its ugly head at this point. I mean, Albert Hainsworth coming to Madden Ultimate Team tomorrow. All right. Mario Davis and, of course, Benay Sewell. All part of Collector Series tomorrow. Whatever. I mean, I think they're saving all the juice for what people, I imagine, are expecting to be Team Diamonds for Madden Ultimate Team, but I guess we'll find out here. Oh, it's response time, Broncos. Come on, Bo. Let's get in it. RJ, if we ever needed you, now is the fucking time. My God, do we need you now. Wow. Oh, wow. Colts and Chiefs next Sunday. I'll definitely be tuned into that one. Don't think I'll consider going live for that. We'll see. I mean, really, it's more important when it comes to the Chiefs winning that one because that helps the Broncos. Although the Broncos would have to win tonight just so that they could actually be up on the tiebreaker against the Colts. But either way, 1st and 10, Denver on the 28. Handoff, it's to Jaleel. He is met with contact, but not before picking up at least 3 or 4 yards on the play. And that's Nandi there, so it'll be 2nd and 6. But, yeah, we got to get a duplicate of that last touchdown drive. I mean, we can't have anything less than 6 here. I mean, 3 is one thing, but we can't have anything less than 6 for the sake of momentum because Chiefs are kind of hot right now, unfortunately, and this is not what you want to see. It's the first time they've had a lead like this in quite some time. Bo dropping back, and of course, getting away, actually has to throw it away towards someone's feet. I think someone was there. They're going to try to see if they're going to talk about whether it's intentional grounding. And it's going to be. I thought somebody was in the area, but maybe not. Surely he's got to be leading the league in that shit, too. Oh, man. Okay, yeah. Oh, no. RJ gets a little bit too far away, so if he'd have threw it more where he was at, but I'm thinking there might have been a defender there. Golly, this is fucking nauseating as hell. Bo gets it off. That's Prentice, and he's going to get very close to the first down, but still short. I mean, I don't know if they want to punt the ball. It looks like that's what's going to happen as Bo seems to be coming off the field here. 4th and 2. No. They're keeping the offense out there. Okay. We really need to execute on this one because I don't think we can afford to not convert. Or maybe see if we can draw them off sides, perhaps. Pat Bryant back in the game, which is a great sign. Let's see if he doesn't look at Bryant here. Snap is off, so it is a play. Wow, I imagine that's a flag because he... Well, we're going to get a punt now. As it was a false start on McGlinchey. God! That couldn't have come at a worse time, man. What the fuck? Damn it! Excuse me a sec. Oh my god, wow. What the fuck is McGlinchey doing? Wow, it almost gets blocked, but it goes a pretty nice little distance. Wow, pinned him on a 12. Nice job, dude. Way to go, Crenshaw. Wow, that was really close to being blocked. That was insanely close. Oh my god.
Yeah, as you can see, I had to go for the sweat towel here. Man. I will say that was a great pump by Crenshaw here. Definitely a huge field flipper. Let's see if the defense can keep them at bay. I mean, I think we're starting to see where we're missing Sertan and even Singleton to some degree. Certainly a Jonah Ellis he's been very huge for our pass rush as well. But nonetheless, yeah, really dire situation with about 8:11 left in the game, and they do have a 3-point lead to work with here. So we gotta try to make this a 3-and-out or as close to that as humanly possible. And this has got to be some of Vance Joseph's best work here. I mean, there are no ifs, ands, or buts about that because this is huge. I mean, this game isn't necessarily make or break. It's important, obviously, for the sake that it's Kansas City and, of course, a division game. But, you know, we'll see, I guess. 1st and 10, Kansas City on their own 12. Of course, they're going to the run again, but there is a flag, so the play is about to be stopped. Damn, I need a false start, so that helps. That helps. And that's Noah Gray getting called for that. All right, 1st and 15, 8:11 to go. I believe this is their 7-yard line that they're on now. Oh man, pressure's getting there. They almost get there. Wrap him up better. Fortunately, they only hold him to about 3 yards, but golly. You got to wrap him up, and there needs to be more gang tackling when it comes to this dude. Anyway, it'll be 2nd and 12. Man, ball will be on their 10. Oh my goodness, yeah, y'all see me sweating my life away here, y'all. Live here on Twitch and on YouTube. Shout out to those of you that are watching, of course. Whether it's live or even on the VOD here with YouTube. But either way, 2nd and 12 on their own 10. And Mahomes gets the ball off quickly. That's Kelsey who picks up what I'm thinking is about 9 or 10. So it's going to be 3rd and about 2 or 3 here. Very, very pivotal 3rd down here with 7 minutes and counting. Wow, Baltimore is in a tie game with Cleveland with 2:31 to go. And of course, pressure's coming. Ooh, that's almost picked. What a break on the ball by Chris Abrams-Drain as they do force a 3-and-out. And Kansas City is going to be punting. Man, like I said, very, very pivotal 3rd down, and it shows. That was Breland Smith, actually. Wasn't able to get his hands on it, but Abrams-Drain was there. So, yeah, just a really great break for the Broncos here. Huge play. 4th and 2, the Chiefs are about to punt. Man, oh my God. Oh, their punt is almost blocked. Devon Key is getting there. And of course, McMillan receives it, and he's going to get another nice return, at least gets to the Denver 45. So the Broncos will have good field position with 6.5 remaining. And man, I'm going to have to step away because holy fuck, dude. Like I said, Broncos down 19-16, 6.5 left. Be right back, obviously. All right, we're back with 6.5 remaining, as stated.
Fourth quarter comeback wins, tied for second most in the NFL, are the Broncos. Oh man, it's certainly one of those right now. Play action fake, dumps it off. That is Troutman, who looks to pick up about the first down. If not, it'll be a little bit short of that. So yeah, it'll be second in inches, if anything. Oh wow. Wow, Mark Andrews on a fake sneak and scores on a 36-yard run. Wow. All right. All right, I see you, Ravens. All right, 2nd and 2. Broncos with the ball on the Kansas City 47. Handoff is to Harvey. He picks up the first and more. He's been really good going up the gut today. That is an incredibly good sign. I mean, that was certainly the knock on R.J. Harvey, especially coming into the season, certainly into this game, is that he's not a very strong north and south runner. He's seeing an awful lot of success going up the gut tonight, as it is 1st and 10 with 5:20 and counting left in the game here. Ball on the Kansas City 40. Handoff to Harvey again, and he's actually going to pick up some significant yardage, at least 4 yards. Going to be a 2nd and 6 going here with 5 minutes and counting. I'm sweating. Yeah, this is an actual sweaty. This is a definition of what they refer to as a sweaty when you on the sticks and you in a real tight one. That's exactly what this is, and every aspect of that it could possibly be, and then some, for the obvious reasons and beyond. 2nd and 5. Broncos on the Kansas City 36. Bo's going deep, and he had Franklin. Of course, he's not able to get to it, but of course it was a little bit out of his reach anyway. Watson on the coverage, as he is a little bit shaken up on the play, however. All right, man, this has got to be where we get this right. We don't need to take any actual deep shots here. Just get the first down. That's all we need. Again, wow, that should have been flagged. That actually should have been flagged. I don't know if they thought it was uncatchable, but that should have been a flag, because that probably is a touchdown. Does pick up at least a handful of yards, as no, they're saying he's out of bounds. Yeah, that's a catch. I think we need to challenge that. That could be 3rd or 4th and 3. I really feel like we should challenge that, but we're going to actually go for the field goal here and tie the game with 4:15 left. 54-yard attempt for Will Lutz. 7 of 11 so far this year from 50 and out. Kick is up, and it's good. So we got a tie ball game, fortunately. Oh, fuck this shit, man. Just actually and absolutely fuck this shit right now. Damn. Like, this is actual fucking nonsense. Yeah, Marvin Mims coming back was definitely pivotal for us. I mean, came through with a couple of really nice punt returns. I mean, man. Wow, Bills actually got the dub on Tampa Bay. They're in a bit of a skid. Wow, Jags actually toppled the Chargers. Interesting. Steelers beat the Bengals. Wow, but he injures his wrist in the process. That's going to be huge, especially if the Ravens hold on to win. And then, of course, the Bears beat the Vikings. They actually looked they had
fairly significant control on that game from what I was seeing, but yeah, can't say I'm surprised to see the Bears winning that one. I mean, that division's pretty much going to be anyone's division to win. I do not see a Super Bowl winner coming out of that division, however, but still really, really good. All four teams are: the Bears, the Vikings, Packers, and Lions alike, as we'll see the Lions here in a little bit on NBC. Of course, I'll be offline at that point, but here we go, 4:15. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have the ball. I'm sweating, like I said before, as you can see. Oh, 4:05 left, actually. Excuse me. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, my God. Ball in there, 26. Ooh, that was almost pick. Ufunga was all on that shit. He should have snatched that. He should have snatched that shit. 2nd and 10. Wow, what a play. I mean, it was a quick little toss over to Kelsey, but Ufunga had that snuffed. God, you should have snatched that. Ah, 2nd and 10, 4:01 left. And the Broncos see something. They're onto it. They're flushing Mahomes out of the pocket. He gets it off. But it's an incomplete. Kelsey looked like he was going to make a hell of a catch, but I guess he didn't survive the ground. Brandon Jones was there, though, but oh, okay, he didn't have both feet in. Yeah, that's definitely an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10. This is huge right here. 3:53 left in the game. And, of course, it's tied. You got to imagine there's going to be heat coming. We got to have good safety help because they're probably going to look to go deep here. Snap is off. People are getting there. And he's down. Mahomes is down. That is McMillan on, I want to say, a 2nd sack. Wow. Hell of a play. Jaquan came in hot than a motherfucker. As we get a 3 and out here, thank God. Yeah, he was looking deep, but he couldn't get it off because he had Jaquan McMillan coming in through with the good stinger splash, and he brings Mahomes down. All right, and of course, Mims with a return, not as good as the other ones, but he is actually able to get the ball to about the 25-26 from the 19. So here we go, 2:59 left. The Broncos have the ball. Gonna be interesting to see what Spagnuolo actually dials up here. Broncos are really gonna need to move the ball accordingly. I'm thinking a lot of runs between RJ and Jaleel. Wow, Frank Crum came through with that blocked extra point. I mean, golly. That might actually be the heir apparent to Garrett Bowles, too. So, love to see him coming through like that. Screenplay to Pat Bryant. He is able to pick up about 6 or 7 on that. I mean, I'm telling you, the situation just isn't the same. Oh, wow. We're dealing with equipment issues. Palczewski seems to be having an issue with his shoe, apparently. And nope, he got the shoe back on. All right, and he's still in. Shoes seem to have come on. I guess that's a slip-on. I didn't think people would be wearing slip-ons, but nonetheless, 2nd and 5. Hand off to Harvey, And he's getting a good burst, but it looks like it may come back as a flag just came out. It would have gone for a bit more than a first down. Yep, the hold is against Denver. That really is not good. And it's Pacheski of all people. Yeah, he fucked up bad there. He really didn't need to do that because RJ had the good cut move and he had the first down and a bit more. Either way, it's going to be 2nd and 15 now with 2:12 left. And gosh, they can't afford to end up punting here. Bo's rolling out. He's taking a shot. Oh, God, that's dangerous because too many Chiefs are there. Wow. Why? You didn't need to take that shot. Oh, my God. 3rd and 11. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Or 3rd and 15, rather. Okay, looks like the Ravens held on as we got a lot of the folks that were watching that game getting the bonus coverage from this shit here. He's got a good pocket. He actually gets it off, and it's complete. That's Cortland Sutton for a first down. They are on the 42, 43-yard line. Huge first down at the 2-minute warning. I don't think you could ask for anything more on that, other than somehow breaking for the score, but of course you don't want that too early with Mahomes getting the ball back with a lot of time. But nonetheless, we got a 2-minute warning. I'm going to step away for one last time, and yeah, tie game, Broncos near midfield. Well, here we go. It's about all I know to say at this point is here we go. Oh, man. You couldn't have a more uncomfortable situation right now. But the Broncos are now in good field position on their own 41-yard line as it's 1st and 10. And both teams, all 3 timeouts to work with as Harvey gets the ball. He actually manages to gain about 5 yards. I mean, I can't say enough how impressed I am by Harvey running up the gut. I mean,
Picking up 4 yards on a 2nd and 6. This has been probably one of his most important performances to date of his early career. 2nd and 6, 1:20 and counting. Oh, wow. I don't know how that wasn't interference. I feel like he was being held. Either way, Bolton seems to force a 3rd and 6. Yeah, see, they're getting away for shit that the Broncos are doing, but, like, they're not even... I don't know. Anyway, 3rd and 6, 1:15 left to go. This is going to be where if Bo uses his legs, this is going to be a good time if it comes down to that. Oh, no, he gets it off. It's Sutton, and he gets the first down. Thank God. Oh, man. Yeah, he gets the first down, but it's narrowly. Oh, they're going to call for the measurement. I mean, it looks like he gets it. Yeah, he definitely shouldn't have gone backwards. Yeah, he gets the first down. There's no way. Because his body's already across the line as they bring his knees down. That's easily a first. Yes, very obvious. Yeah, he's past the marker, and his knees weren't even down as he was stretching out, and he's well beyond the marker. So it's going to be a 1st and 10. Yeah, hand is underneath the knee on top of that, so how is he going to get the knee down? He's not even letting him get the knee down. That's easily a first down. Yeah. That's pretty much open and shut right there. Let's move on. First down, Broncos. Yeah. It should be further than that, but whatever. 1st and 10. As Kansas City calls their first timeout, and they're probably going to need to, as long as the Broncos are accumulating first downs accordingly, as we got 1:01 left to go. Oh, goodness. Chest boxing. We'll see if that goes anywhere. Alright, we got a 1st and 10, and that's going to be in Kansas City territory. Oh boy. "61 seconds remain. I formation. Give us to RJ. And he actually picks up a couple. And Kansas City calls another timeout. 54 seconds remain. Kansas City is down to their final timeout. If they get the first down, that pretty much puts the game a little more firmly in Denver's hands. But anything can still happen. I mean, there is a specter still of last year where they were able to block the would-be game-winning field goal by Lutz. That was in Kansas City last year. We're home this time around, of course. But either way, 2nd and 8 on the Kansas City 48. Again, 54 seconds remain. And they got safeties deep, so they're looking for Bo to take that shot. And he does. And he gets it! That's Troy! That's Troy getting into the red zone. Holy shit! Troy coming through clutch. Wow! What a play! That may have won Denver the game. Yeah, Kansas City just called their last timeout. That's game. As long as they're able to avoid any bullshit, that's game. Wow. What a shot. Woo-wee. Wow. Okay. Way to go, Bo. Way to go, Troy, especially. Hell yeah. 45 seconds left. Kansas City is all out of timeouts. Oh my God. Holy hell. Well, we're well within field goal range, so yeah, this has got to be it. I can't believe we're about to win this game like this. And they're going to try to get people in position, or they're going to try to get, yep, Nick centers the ball, and they're going to run the clock down. Wow. Man, yeah, it's too eerily similar to that because that was the first meeting between Denver and Kansas City last year. Week 10 to be exact. Holy shit. It's week 11, but still. Yeah, they know they got fucking lucky there. As Peyton calls the timeout with 3 seconds left. Field goal unit is on. Oh boy. What a game. What a game. Hell of a battle. Hats off to Kansas City for bringing it like they always do. I mean, I don't know any other way to look at that. All right, 3 seconds, 35-yard attempt. Snap is off. Kick is up. It's good. Let's go! Let's fucking go! Broncos win! Woo! 9-2, baby! 9-2! Wow! We survived the fucking Chiefs yet again. Wow. Shout out to those dudes, man. They played a fantastic game. I mean, gonna be hard to say what it looks like for them moving forward. 5-5 is a tough situation to be at after 10 games, but if anyone's good for it, it's certainly the Kansas City Chiefs. But wow, huge win. Going into the bye week, we'll come out of it getting Patrick Surtain back out in D.C. for a Sunday night matchup with the Commanders. That should be a win as they're currently in shambles right now. Oh my God, why do we gotta have these? Why the fuck do we have to have so many of these? It was just like this in 2015. Fuck! Oh my God. Well, yeah, I gotta say, Troy Franklin came through when we needed him the most, boy. Because, let me tell you, man, I don't even know what else to say.
Only 2 touchdowns between both sides. Came down to field goals. Fortunately, it was the Broncos getting the walk-off game winner. Will Lutz from 35 yards out. What a win, man. Oh my God. Yeah, you kind of caught it there. Great way to go on the bye week. And as of now, we're number 1. Which is really interesting to see. The Colts play? No, the Colts can't beat tomorrow night. They're on their bye. Okay, that's what it is. So we're up on them a win, tied with New England, but we have a tiebreaker on them apparently, which is really interesting. As Bo and one of the Chiefs, I'm not sure which one that is, but we're getting a jersey swap going here. Pretty cool thing to see. Love the camaraderie between both sides. As the Broncos come away with a huge 22-19 win over the Kansas City Chiefs. The home winning streak against the Chiefs continues at 3 games. Patrick Mahomes, I believe, is now, I think, 10-2 against the Broncos. So really, really huge to have that happen. And again, right before the bye. And again, we're going to be getting Patrick Surtain. We may not have J.K. Dobbins anymore, but I love what I saw from R.J. Harvey. And, of course, he's continuing to show a lot of the promise that we were hoping to see from him. And I can only imagine it's going to just get better from here. Man, what a win for the Denver Broncos here. I don't know what else to say. They survived the Chiefs. That's likely going to be the title of the upcoming video, and I'm going to make sure we get the video off here tonight. Man, wow. Let's go. Huge fucking win. Let's fucking go. Oh my God. I mean, for all intents and purposes, critics can't talk about the Broncos offense. The thing about it, you got to respect the Kansas City defense. They did a fantastic job today. I mean, I don't know any other way to call that. Steve Spagnuolo is easily one of the best in the league at what he does. Let's just be real about that. That's all there is to it, but you'll hear about that and more coming up in the next Broncos Talk video, hopefully within the next hour or so. Holy fucking shit, man. God, I hate that we get wins like this, but I love that we got it against the Chiefs. Either way, nonetheless, thank you for those of you that were hanging out and rocking with me today. Thanks for those of you that come through checking me out on the VODs. Gonna work to get better on the uploads. I know I've been saying that, but we're gonna shoot for that here. Believe it or not, look for me to potentially go live. It'll be early tomorrow morning, and maybe even try to do it again Tuesday as well. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and be out. Thank you for rocking with me. Like I said, be cool.